Have you guys ever wanted to watch anime with me? Well, now you guys can. We watch all type of anime and we do it on a nightly basis. All you guys have to do is follow me on Twitch and click the link in the description to join the Discord. With that out of the way, let's get into the intro. So, I did a One Piece chapter review, One Piece chapter 1002, but I don't record that till tomorrow morning, but for you guys, the video would have already been done, and that's why I'm wearing the same clothes. And so future me is talking to past you guys, or past but that weirdness out the way. So I did a video talking about how Attack on Titan went, and I'll leave that in the description. It does have some manga spoilers for you guys, but if you guys want to see my prediction about it, and it did pretty well, so looks like I'm going to be starting to do more Attack on Titan videos on the channel. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. But episode, I think it's 8. I don't remember. It's called Assassination Bullet. Unfortunately, the character that died was Sasha. She's one of my favorite characters. And this is probably the biggest, if not one of the biggest deaths that will happen this season. I personally think it hit me the most. When I was reading it, I was very upset, very sad. And I was like, dang. But I mean, I was like, dang, like I didn't know what to do. But I kind of figured she was gonna die. Other people could, but she wasn't as important as other characters. But that's besides the point, alright? So basically, the reason I'm making this video is because Eren Yeager, our protagonist, he laughed. And boy, oh boy, the manga community, when this dropped like a year ago, everybody lost it. And there's a scene, I think episode 12 or 13, where they lost it even more. But people are starting to, I guess, hop off of Eren's side, or like, oh, what happened to Eren? He's a villain now. He's bad. And like, they don't like him anymore. And he laughed, yes, and they're assuming that it's bad. But I'm going to explain it for you guys why he laughed, so you guys don't be confused, just like how a lot of misunderstood people are. But if you guys enjoy regular content like this, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. With that out of the way, my name is Potential Unleashed, and I'm going to talk about the reason why Eren laughed at Sasha's death. Now, for the people who have only seen the scene once, or only read it once, I can understand why you guys misunderstood what happened. And I personally believe that Eren was truly sad about it. Now, in this video, I have 3 total reasons to why he laughed at the death. I like more than others. I think they all come into a reasoning for it. And 2 of them are going to not include spoilers, and 1 of them will. And I'll timestamp that on the video where you guys can skip ahead to the video. That will be the last reason I give. So yeah, let's get into it. Reason numero uno, or reason number 1. It's because of how ironic her last words were. So basically, Sasha's dying words were meat. She was craving meat. And when Eren was told this about it, he laughed. And Connie and Disgust, they looked at him and was like, okay, what's so funny? But the reason why Eren laughed was probably because of how ironic it was. We remember back, I think it was episode 5, maybe chapter 4, 3. I don't remember the chapters like that. It's easier to do episodes for me. But basically, when they were, before the Colossal Titan attacked for the second time, Sasha, she had stolen meat from, I guess, the seller or whatever. And she said, all right, well, when we take back our land, we'll be able to grow as many sheep and cattle as much as we want. And so I think that Eren was laughing at how ironic her final words were. And he really cared about her, you know. And I think it's like everything that's happened, that's fitting, like that's Sasha's character, right? She stole the potato, she stole the bread, she's always eating. We just know her and love her for her always eating food, being so funny. And so, you know, those were fitting last words for it. Now, I personally, this, out of the 3 theories that I have, this is my least likely one, my least likely reason why he laughed. But this is something that the community and a lot of people are throwing out there, so I thought to include it. Reason number 2 was because the same reason for why he laughed at Hannes' death. Last episode of season 2, Hannes died. Eren, he saw the death and he completely lost it. He was shown hunched over on his knees and elbows, I believe. He was laughing and shedding tears during the incident. And the reason why he was laughing is not because Eren has lost his dang on mind, but he's at the point where he's had enough, and that's a lot of mental warfare and a lot mentally you have to deal with, right? But it's a lot of pain, a lot of suffering that happened to him. He lost somebody that he truthfully and wholeheartedly cared about. You know, he was mad at himself that he had the power of the Attack Titan. He didn't know he had the founder back then, but he had the power to Attack Titan. He had the power to make a change, but he was still captured. He felt weak, useless, and powerless to do something and save people he cares about. That's why Mikasa, confessed her love or whatever, and then was all like, "You're not useless," and we know how that story ended, all right? And so, at the point where people have been sacrificing their lives for you, Levi Squad, when he was plugging the hole, just so many people have given their lives for Eren, and the fact that that's a big burden on people. People are risking their lives, sacrificing their lives for you, so you can live, so you can move on. I don't know if I'd be able to deal with it either, right? And him laughing there kind of reminds me of the Joker from, DC. The Joker, he doesn't laugh. Everything he laughs about is not something that's funny. It's something, he's sadistic, has a lot going on in his mind. And so he laughs because I guess that's his character. Nothing has to do. He didn't make a joke. All right. Simple like that. And then an anime reference for you guys. Shinra, if you guys have seen Fire Force, basically, I'm not going to spoil it a little bit too, not that much, but something tragic happened in the past to where he's considered the devil. And a lot of people call him that, the devil's footprint, the devil, etc. But the reason now he can't create a smile on his own. He smiles from whenever he feels uncomfortable or is in a tragic or uncomfortable situation. Same with Eren right there. I think that's why he laughed in that situation. And I think the scene with Hannes, it's the same thing that happened with Sasha. Someone that was really important to him that he lost, and he just doesn't have the strength to show real emotions anymore. We've seen Eren's character development. We've seen him go from season 1. He had the light in his eyes, talking about seeing the world, going out and exploring outside the walls. And now a lot of people are noticing how the light in his eyes, and he's come to the realization that they can't be free unless they get rid of all the enemies outside the wall, and he lost the light in his eyes. And maybe that's why he doesn't. And you don't necessarily have to cry in order to be sad, right? People grieve in different ways, and I think this is how Eren dealt with that. Now, this is where we get into spoiler territory, so if you guys don't want to be spoiled for the rest of season 4, I highly suggest you guys click on the timestamp that's on the screen right now. It's going to be here or there. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it somewhere. But now that you guys aren't here, so my last reason is for him to push his friends away. The reason why I'm saying that is because we've seen multiple animes do this. I'm not going to get into this because I'm going to make a video about the hating Mikasa scene. When that gets animated, that's when I'm going to drop it. I'm probably going to write my script, record it ahead of time, and then put some clips from the anime in there when it drops and upload it. But that doesn't matter, alright? We're talking about Sasha here, alright? We're talking about Potato Girl, alright? So, there's a point in the manga where Eren has become the enemy of the world. He uses the rumbling in order to save his friends, the people he cares about, so they can live long lives. And a scene that stands out to me, I think it's about 2 or 3 of them specifically, is that where Eren, he talks about how he hated Mikasa. She's an Ackerman slave, her headaches, blah, blah, blah. Talking about Armin, how he's weak, and nah. He basically lied to them and pushing them away. And people still, and it baffles me how people still think that he's telling the truth, because later, I think like 5 or 6 chapters later, Armin, he debunks that, saying that Eren always had control, and because asks, why is Eren doing this? And Armin, he'll tell her later when they talk, okay, I have to fill in a little bit of the blanks, but I think the reason why, he's pushing him away, obviously, is so that if he dies or something were to happen to them, they'd be able to stop him without holding back, or they wouldn't be upset or sad with his death. I don't think he's gonna die, but, just as an example. And then there's the scene where they're building the railroad. They're, riding back to, I guess, Paradis, and they're talking about who's gonna inherit the Titan. They're all fighting over who's gonna do it. I really do love Coney and Sasha interacting here. I'm talking about why would you let another idiot when I'm already? It's funny. All right, but Eren, he stops him saying, "You guys mean the most to me, or more to me than anybody else in the world." So he's not gonna allow anybody to inherit his Titan. Anybody from Levi's squad that he cares about. Same with Season 3, when Armin and Erwin, that was the debate. Team Armin all the way. I think he was the proper choice. But the fact that Eren showed emotion talking about save Armin, like you were going to save him. He's the savior for humanity. I don't think I ever seen Eren break down and actually cry and shed tears like that over somebody else. Excluding his mom, that doesn't count. But like for his friend, fighting for him, showing how much he means to him. And so I don't think, like, over the time skip, Eren, like I said, he lost the light in his eyes. But for him to say and do all those things in the past, right? And then there was the "what do I mean to you" scene. There's a lot of stuff that Eren did with Mikasa, Armin, my bad, and other members of the Scouts that I don't think just because he went to Marley that changed anything. It does not make sense to me. We wouldn't get all those flashbacks, and Eren does care about his friends. He cares about them more than anybody else. So for him all of a sudden just to laugh at Sasha's death like that, it just doesn't make sense to me, right? And so, we see that Coney, I think Levi and Hanji were there as well. I'm not too sure. I know for sure Coney was there, but Coney was looking at Eren in disgust. And so I think that furthers my theory and my reasoning for him trying to push them away. And then there's also Zeke, who was there, and people were talking about how Zeke, the rumbling and all that stuff, him being there. I don't think that was that important, but it's still, I'm still supposed to mention that. But for my personal order, I think that reason 3, then 2, then 1 are the order of why Eren laughed at Sasha's death. Now, I truly believe after all they've been through, they'd have been together for what? I think Eren's 19. I'm trying to do the math. They enlisted when he was 12. So for 7 years, give or take, right? All they've been through, fighting the female Titan, fighting Bertolt and Annie, fighting the Beast Titan, everything that they've been through, right? I truly don't believe Eren just switched up on them like that, and that he snapped and doesn't care about them. And a lot of people say that Eren's the villain in the story. Like I said, I'm caught up with the manga, and I still don't agree with that. And I want to make... there's a lot of Attack on Titan videos I want to make, but I'm not going to make them until it's done so I can get all the evidence and talk about it. But let me know your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about the reasons why Eren laughed at Sasha's death? Do you guys still rock with Eren? Are you guys upset with him? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss out on a video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. They're on the screen and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to unleash your potential.